second file component, second one. No, bottom, second one. Yeah. Yes. No, middle one, students. Yeah. So now right click there. So when you right click here, right, as I shown, for row, we get basically the main iterate and reject. That I will tell you what is iterate and reject operator. Main we have seen. Now click on the trigger. So basically in talent, right, we have different triggers. So on subjob okay, on component okay, on subjob error, on component error, run if. So these are the filings. So in interviews, people will ask you what are the different triggers available in talent, or what are the different triggering links available in talent. So basically that on component okay, I will tell you what is the difference between that on component okay and on subjob okay. That is also one of the key question being asked in most of the interviews. So now choose on subjob okay. Put it on the last component. Yes. Yes, now the link says on subjob okay, meaning what happens is that after execution of all your subjob components, first subjob components, so in your first subjob you have totally 4 components, right? So after completion of all those 4 components only, it will come to this component, the second subjob. Okay, but if you give on component okay instead on subjob okay, what happens is that after completion of that component, this next component will be triggered. So basically 2 things, on component okay and on subjob okay. So on subjob okay will trigger the next component only after completion of all current subjob components. Whereas in on component okay, it will trigger the next component after completion of the current component. So that is the main difference. Please note that point. Okay. And now you have something also called on component error. That means if the current component is failed, in that case only it will go to the next component. Have another component here, something called you can have another file input component or something like that. Now take the link from top one, second file component, second. Yeah, take the link from there. Trigger, go to trigger. Now choose the error on subjob error or on component error, anything can be. Yeah, put it onto the last component. So now you can see the difference here, guys. On subjob okay, it is in green color. On subjob error, it is in red color. So what happens if something failed on that current component, your student component, then it will go to on subjob error link. So the on subjob okay will not run. If it went well, the current component execution went well, there is no error. In that case, on subjob error will not work, but your on subjob okay will run. So these are the different links and the differences in talent. Any doubts so far? Is everybody clear? Can I ask questions? Swati, can you tell me what is the difference between on subjob okay and on component okay?
No, sir.
So that's the reason, guys. I asked you if you have any doubts or if you are not clear about the concept, you can ask me. Not an issue. I know it is for the very first time you are learning it. That will take some time to, get familiar with it. It is not an issue. But you have to ask me, sir, if this is not clear. Then I will reiterate the same thing and I will re-explain the same thing so that it will be clear for you. So let me explain it one more time. What we can do is, okay. Now, can you run this job once? Just see the execution flow, guys, how it is happening. So if you notice, no, the design view. You have to look at the design view to understand the links. Now, you can actually see on subjob okay. It actually says okay there in green color. You see okay, yeah. So that means it has flown through that component to the next component. So which one is executed here? On sub job OK is executed. But see the beside one on error, on sub job error, that did not execute. Why? That did not execute and this is executed. Because the current component did not have any error. If there is any error in that component, right, it would have gone to this flow. But since that is executed, current subjob executed successfully, it has gone to on subjob component. Okay. Now let us make some mistake in the very first subjob. Okay. Do mistake. Change something. Just remove the file name or do something. Give some unexpected thing. No, file delimiter would not accept it, would not be accepted. It will not fail the job. Remove the file name or give some other which is not present. Or yeah, no need to search. No need to search. Just remove the file name here. In file name, no. Yeah, file name. Just remove some part. Something you remove and run. Yeah, now you can run. Some part you can remove like txt. Yeah, that's it. Now run it once. It did not. Can you enable that? That current component, the place where you have changed the file name, right? Yeah, is Diane error enabled there? No, you need to enable it. No. Basic setting, Diane error. So Diane error is something which I have explained you yesterday, guys. If you do not click this Diane error, what will happen? It will treat the job as completed without any errors. So when you check the job will be failed there. Yeah, please run it now. See what happened. Your current component is failed in the subjob. That means there is a error in the first subjob. Okay. There is a error in the first subjob. Your on subjob error got triggered. See the one which Lakshay Kumar is highlighting, right? There it shows error. That link is executed. If you see the previous execution, it ran successfully. That's the reason it went on to the green color one, which is on subjob. Okay. So the practical usage of these two links is that, let's say, for example, after completion of your job, you want to send email to specific person saying that it is failed or success. So how will you know? Using these two links, you will know. If you put job okay, and in the email component, if you put the job is successfully completed, it will be sent to the respective person. And if you same email component, you put it on T on subjob error, and the subject of the email you change it to job is failed. And here on subjob okay, you change the subject to the job has successfully completed. So that means whenever the job failed, it will send email saying that job has failed. And whenever the job completed successfully, it is completed successfully. So two different subjects you will have in two different components. Okay. So that is the difference between on subjob okay and on subjob error. Now let me show you the difference between on component okay and on subjob okay. Okay. Now remove that on subjob error link. Link alone. That's the issue there in the file input. Yeah. You can give the actual file name, correct file name. No. You can give the correct file name to avoid that issue. Because we are done with the testing of that error link. Now we will discuss about the practical difference between on component okay and non subjob okay. Yeah, you can give the correct file name now. Okay. Now what you can do is take another component, another file component, and put on component okay. Take on component okay from yes. Mm, right. Right. So you have put on component okay and on subject okay, right? Give me a minute. This one is one subjob and other one is other subjob. Okay. Okay. Now run your job once and carefully notice which one is running first. Yeah, run it once. So you could not identify which one has run first, right? So let us do one thing. Remove that OK link from that component and put it from Tagro to file component. The link alone, delete the link on component OK link on component OK link. Yeah, delete that and take that link from some other job, some other component. Yeah, from that Tagro, go for Tagro. Right click on component OK. Yes, put it on this component. Now just notice which one executes first. So by right, your on component OK will run first, and then only your on subjob OK will run. Just notice it goes. Yeah, run it. Were you able to see which one ran first? No, right? Because the job was running so fast. Run it one more time. Immediately it is getting triggered because the records which you hear is very less. So what we can do is we can do one thing. Let me take something. Remove these file components, last two file components, put tjava instead of tfile delimiter component. Let us use a tjava component so that I can show you which one is first. So do one thing now, Lakshay Kumar. Remove your two file components at the yeah, remove both of them, delete them. Yeah, this one also you delete. Just type tjava. So the main use of tjava component in Tand is we can write the tjava code, whatever the custom code, user defined code you want to in Tand, that code here. So that will be executing. Take another tjava component, put one after elagro and another after tfile. Yes. Yeah, for one component, take on component OK from tlagro. Put it OK, take subjob OK now. No. Yes, good. That is one. Correct. So now to show the difference, let me write something in tjava 2 component. Write something in tjava 2 component. Double click there. Just type remove this one and type system.out.println. 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 Println within the brackets. This component is tjava 2. Just write this component is tjava 2. And close the double quotes, close the bracket and put semicolon at the end. So copy the same message and put it in tjava 1. Copy the same message and put it in tjava 1. And only thing which you need to change is this component is tjava 1. Or else you can write something like tjava 1 space on subjob OK in the message itself. Yeah. You can have the same thing, not an issue. We can write whatever we want. You can have on subjob OK here and there you put on component OK message so that we will know which one comes out first on the console. And come here, put on component OK. Good. So now proceed to run your job. Maximize the console. Maximize the console. Which one is printed first? On subjob OK. That means your on subjob OK has executed first and then only your on subjob OK is executed. So as I clearly mentioned, there were only fraction of seconds difference. So we were not able to identify which one was running first. So that's the reason I have taken this component so that it displays the content here on subjob okay, on component okay. You can see whatever Lakshay Kumar has written there in the components. He is trying to print whatever is displayed here. Okay, on component okay. Now Swati, tell me what is the difference between on component okay and on subjob okay.
So the difference is in the execution order.
Hmm.
Uh,
Which one
in
runs first and which one runs next?
on sub job okay runs first, and then the component job okay. When the on sub job okay is done running, the component job okay starts its execution.
No, 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 it is other way. Component one will run first. After that only the subjob one will run. You see in the log what it says, tjava 2 on component okay. So your on component okay ran first. So it's very simple guys. When you have collection of components connected with on component okay, all component OKs will run first. Then only on subjob okay will run. The reason is that the collection of components we are calling it as a subjob. Okay, now go to the designer view. Now if you see here, whatever the links you have connected with main or with on component okay, everything will act as a one single subjob. Now move this tjava row to beside the t log row, Lakshay Kumar. Move, take it, drag it to upwards, place it there. Yes. So the whole part is acted as a one single subjob. Which one? The left outer join one and also the tjava 2 considered as one single subjob. Why? Because the part.
Sorry sir, but your voice got
Yeah. Okay. Can you click on the green color part of that left join job?
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Oh, how is it now? Is it audible?
Sir, it is still distorted means I am not able to hear you clearly.
um, sir, your voice is not audible.
1 second. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Can you click on the first subjob? Left out join one is the gray color part. Click on the gray color part. So this gray color part is one subjob. Okay. And the next tjava 2 component, if are not connected with on component okay, if you have connected those two with on subjob okay, right, those two will act as a two different subjobs. But now what happened that the tjava 2 component and first subjob component you have connected with on component okay. That means, as I mentioned before, the collection of components we call it as one subjob. So the moment you have put on component okay to tjava 2 component, so that first gray color box and tjava 2, the combination of all those things will act as a one subjob. So now everything is one subjob for you now, except the tjava 1 component. Why? Because you have taken on subjob okay link for tjava 1 component. If you take on subjob okay for tjava 2 component, what happens? The tjava 2 and tjava 1 will be two different subjobs for you. Okay, so it actually depends on the link which you choose. If you choose on component okay, it will act as a same component within the same subjob. But if you go for on subjob okay, it will divide that component as a separate subjob. Any confusion? Is it clear, guys, or any confusions about on component okay, on subjob okay?
Sir, can you please repeat the on subjob part?
Sure, sure. Now take one more component, another T-Java component. So now the T-Java 3 is different. We call it as a component and also we call it as a subjob. Why? Because it is separate. It is not linked to any of them. Now, if you want to link them, take the link from T-Java 1 to T-Java 3. If you want to make them as one single subjob, link it with. Now he has taken main link, right? So when you link it with main, right, the T-Java 1 and T-Java 3 will act as one subjob. One subjob. That means component 1 and component 2. Both the combination of two components, we call it as one subjob. If you click on the gray part of that Java components, it is one subjob. Okay, that is one subjob. Now remove that main link and put on subjob okay link. So when you put on subjob okay link, what happens is that these two will run as two different subjobs. Those will run as two different subjobs. Now let us take one more component. Let us take one more T-Java component. And link it from T-Java 2 to T-Java 4. Take on component okay. Okay, drag it and move it to upwards 4. Okay, now put the system.out.println statement in 4 and as well as in 3. Okay, it is there, right? This is on component okay and Java 4 component. And in 3 also put it is Java 3 component and on subjob okay. Okay. Now run your job and see which one runs first, which one runs next, so that you will understand the difference between on subjob okay and component okay. Run it once after modifying it. Now, no need to minimize it because designer view and log can be seen together. Yes. Now, which one ran first? From the T-Java, we have 4 T-Java components, and which one ran first? T-Java 2 ran first. Why? Because it is connected with on component OK link. So after completion of your T-log row, T-Java 2 component ran. T-Java 1 component did not run. Okay, why? Because otherwise I can also show you one more thing. Take link from T-log row to T-Java 4. Put on subjob okay. From T-log row to that T-log row to okay, here you will not have subjob. No, that is also component. Remove that link. Do one thing. This file component is there right at the beginning. Second file component. Second one, right click there. Triggers. I think here you will get both on component okay and on subjob okay. Okay. So what you can do is hold on. Take another component, another T-Java row component. Put on component okay on file component. From file component, take the link and put on component okay. Move that 5 to before prior to this one. Move it here. Yeah, place it here. Okay. So now if you see from that file component, right? From that file component, you have connected T-Java 5 as well as T-Java 1. Okay. After completion of your file subjob component, one should be triggered. But here you have given 2 links on 2 components. So which one will fire first? Whether 5 fires first or One files first. That we will see. Run the job now. In T-Java 5, what did you put the message? T-Java 5 message. Did we put 5 here? T-Java 5. Okay. And go to log. What is the sequence or which message is printed first? T-Java 2 would have printed first. And then T-Java 1 would have printed then. And also then you have, why we have two T-Java 1s? T-Java 1, T-Java 1, T-Java 3. Property 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 4 are displayed here. Minimize this. Can you minimize this? 1, 2, 4, 5 we have, right? Click on that T-Java 5. T-Java 5. Okay. Component on component. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think too many. I have taken confused information. Let us remove you guys better. Which one we will remove? Remove 3 and 5. I think 2 components should be sufficient. Okay, on component okay, on component okay, on subjob okay. Okay, now only T-Java 1 is separate subjob because you have linked with on subjob okay. And T-Java 2 and T-Java 1 components are part of your first subjob because those are linked with on component okay. Now if you run T-Java after T-log row, your T-Java should run 2, T-Java 2 should run after T-Java 1 should run. At the end only T-Java 1 should run. 2, 4 at the end 1 should run. This is the flow. Is it clear or still confusing? So basically, if you have on subjob OK, after completion of all prior components on the current subjob, only it will move to that component. Now let us assume I am going to put on component OKs on that T-Java 1, few more. Even if you put 100 right, after execution of all those 100 on components OK only, this on subjob OK will run. Until that time it will not. Any doubts? Is it clear till this point? So we have seen on subjob error, on component error also same guys. So when there is error, it will go to that component. Otherwise, it will not go to the next component. On subjob okay, on component okay. So these are the different links. So iterate. What happens with the iterate? Let me show you that. Create one separate subjob. Yes, put sample job. Okay, fine. Put iterate or something in the description. Now, excuse me. Excuse me, give me a minute. Okay, guys, go to design view. Let us take some new components for this new subjob. double click on the job, that will be open here. Okay, now just enter T file list. So this is the new component which we haven't discussed so far. T file list. Yeah, select that. So this T file list usage is, let us assume in your directory you have n number of files, more than one files. So to list the files, this will be useful. It will list, double click on that component. Yes. Excuse me. Okay, the view has changed, right? Click on the window, file, edit, view, window, that window. Reset view, click on view. Window, one second. Preferences, show view. Reset perspective should come here. It is not showing you. Maximize the active view. Try that one. Maximize active. Okay. Now click on window. Okay. Reset option is not there. That's fine. So in this properties, if you see in the T file list, you have a directory path. So choose the path where you have multiple files. So do we have more than one file in that folder? Okay, good. And this one, what it does, see, you have something called order by there. You can give order by file name, order by file size. If you have 10 MB and 20 MB files, you want to process the 10 MB file first, you can go for order by file size. And if you have A, file B, and you wanted to process file B first, you can go with the order. Ascending or descending you can do. So in the same order, it will be executed. Okay, and that is another use here. And file mask. So what is file mask? If you wanted to pick only the specific file from that folder, you can use file mask. That means click on the plus button. File mask. At file mask, you have plus button. Yes. So in double quotes, what is your file name in the directory? Or if you wanted to process all .txt files, what you can do is star.txt. Give star.txt in double quotes. Star.txt. In double quotes, star.txt. So if you give something like this, all the file names which are starting with, which are ending with txt, right? All those will be picked up. And if you wanted to process a specific file name, can you go to that directory? Whatever the file name, let's say you have 100 files, you want only one file. Or we have something like ABCD1, ABCD2, ABCD3. You wanted to process all the ABCD files, but not the other files. So in that case, we can give the file mask accordingly, whichever the file we want, right? We can give that accordingly. Now, I think you have so many text files, right? That's fine. Let us test that one. Now minimize that component view and take T file get component. Minimize, double click on component. Okay, now take T file list. Yeah, T file list 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 is we have taken right now. T file get component. T file get. T file get. Scroll down. No need to type component. T file list. T file get. T file. No. I think you have type right. Just put T file. 1 second. Come down. T file delete you have right. T file copy you have right. T file touch you have. T file get also you will find there. T file you can take any other T file, otherwise not an issue. You can go for copy or delete, anything you can take. Okay, you can go for it. No issues. T file delete, right? Okay. Now if you are taking T file delete, in T file list, just give specific file name instead star, otherwise all your files will be deleted. Yeah, specific file name you can give, whatever the specific file name you have in the directory, that name you can give it. Any one file which is not needed for you. Component, yeah, you can put take any one file name you can give there in double quotes. COMP star, you can give all the files which are starting with COMP will be deleted. Star. Okay, txt. If you know the exact file name, you can give yes. Now have the link from T file list to T file delete. So iterate, what happens is that, yeah, choose that. The main purpose of taking this component is to show the iterate only. So basically, when you have multiple things coming from your input side, you will get that iterate option. Now, this is a T file list component, right? So there are chances of getting multiple files from the list component. Okay. So when it, let's say you have 10 files and your file mask is listing 5 files. So all those 5 files will be iterated 5 different times to the very next component. Click on the next component, T file delete. Before we see this, let us print something on the console. Use tlogro. Put that iterate, delete, iterate and delete and put that on tlogro. Just to show you guys what it actually is. I think print tagging will not accept. Just click another time here on the T file list. Row, trigger. Okay, in trigger, what you have? Okay, I need to show you guys. Okay, we can do one thing. Just choose on subjob. Okay, now for now on subjob. Okay, yeah. Is it allowing? That will not allow. Okay, fine. So iteration should happen from that list component. So let me show you one thing here. So at the left bottom corner, you have something called outline. Left bottom, you have something called outline. There you see 3 different components: T file delete, T file list, and tlogro. So basically, whatever the components you use on your console, right, all those will be shown here. When you expand this one, whatever the functions we have in those components, those will be shown here. Now, what we can do is delete tlogro and have iterate on the T file delete. So these functions, right, if you can read the value of current object in the next object using these functions. Now, if you see in T file list, what we have error message. So you can use that error message, it will be printed. And if you wanted to use current file name, like, we don't know what file is coming from this T file list one. In that case, what we can do is double click on T file delete. Okay, in file name, remove everything, and drag and drop this file name, current file name. Click on current file name function here and drag and drop it there. Yes. Now you see automatically the global variable is created here. String.global map get T file list. So these whatever is displayed here at outline, right? We call them as global variables. Meaning when we say like global variable, we can use them across your job. If you are using more than 10, you can use in more than 10 all these functions. Wherever you want, you can use all this global variable throughout your job. Now we are using it in our T file delete component, right? Okay, now fail on error, delete the folder, delete file or folder. Okay, now run your job once. Okay, see now on iteration, you are seeing something in red color. One, can you minimize this? Not this one. Yeah, we will come to the error again. So iterate, if you see on iterate link, at the top of that, one execution running. That means the one execution running means the very first iteration running, because it actually depends. If you are getting 2 files from your T file list, it will run 2 times. If you are getting 4 files from your T file list, it will run 4 executions. Okay. Now let us fix the issue. What is the issue? Maximize this T file delete component. What it says? Not able to read it. 1 second. Can you scroll it right side? Does not exist or is a invalid or is not a file. What is that? Jobs. I think no. I think path is wrong there. Can you go to file list component? What did you give here? 1 second. There should be a slash after your talent data. Okay, after slash only file will come. And also you have given component. Do you have same file there? Whatever the name you have given here. Otherwise, let us do one thing. You can uncheck that file mask and give the exact file name there. Uncheck that file mask. Scroll down. Scroll down. Uncheck the file mask. Uncheck in the sense remove that. Click on component. Yeah, cross mark. Yes. Now just choose the specific file. Whichever the file you want, you can choose directly so that the path will be populated automatically. File directory name you can choose. Choose the directory. So you have chosen this directory. Okay, click OK. So how many files we have there? You might be having more than one file, right? Better you create one subfolder inside that and place only one file for testing purpose. Yeah, copy one file from this parent directory to subdirectory. Yeah, choose this directory in your talent job. So for now, we have placed only one file. Let us test with one file and then we will test with 2 files. OK. Yes. Go to your job. And here also choose that one, same one directly in delete component. In delete component also choose the same directory. Go to that file and choose the respective one. Yes, file. You need to click on the file only. File. Yeah. So you are listing on that directory and you are deleting that specific file. Now click on the run button. So we need to notice several things here. The very first thing which we need to notice is how many iterations happened. On top of iterate, it says one execution finished. That means one execution finished means you have placed only one file there. Now go to the directory and place 2 files. Copy 2 files in that subdirectory. The one which you placed would have deleted now. It would not have been there now. It should have deleted. Do you see that? It is deleted because we have used T file delete component to delete it. Now copy two different files there into that subfolder. Yes. So now you have 2 folders, right? Go to your talent job and run your job now. That's fine. That's let it be there, or else yeah, let it be there. No issues. In the first iteration it is failed. Why it is failed? Can you see? The name which we have given, it is not there. The file does not exist. So now what you can do is double click and delete. That file is not exist, right? If it is exist, it will delete. Otherwise, it cannot delete. Now choose the file which is present there. Okay. Click OK. Open and uncheck that fail on error. Let us focus on iterate feature first. Yeah, run this job. How many times it is showing now? 2 times. See, on top of iterate 2. Now place 5 files, 5 different files. Or 3 or 4, how many ever you have, you can place those. So now totally you have more than 5 files. Run your job now. See how many times it iterates. 7 files and it has iterated 7 times. So that is the use of iterate. Now take tlogro. Have a link after t file delete to tlogro. Main link, yeah. Main or on component, okay. You should choose on component, okay. In fact, choose on component, okay, or on subjob, okay. On component, okay. Go for it. Delete the main link. Type tlogro here. In that way also you can choose, guys. Like you can take the link and from that link also you can type if one if you need on component. Okay, yes. Is it not done? Okay, click one more time. Click one more time. 1 second. Go to triggers. What and all you see here? Run if on component. Okay, on component error. Okay, I forgot to tell you one thing. So for tlogro, basically we always need main link. You can ask me why we need only main link for tlogro, sir. Why can't it accept on component okay or on subjob okay? Because in tlogro, what are we doing? We are trying to print something on the console. So in order to print something on the console, it would need the input. So to pass the input, we have only one link, which is main link in Talend. Okay. With the use of main link only, if you go to our previous job and see, can you go to our previous job once? Yes, if you see here on tlogro, we have main links. So main link, what it is doing, whatever the data is coming from previous component, it is passing the data to the next component using main link. So that is the use of main link. So for tlogro, it is mandatory to have only the main link. It will not allow input as a on component or on subjob. Okay, because it needs some data to be printed on the console. Otherwise, it will not work. That is the right point. Okay, now go back to our job. Remove tlogro and take tjava component. That is the right one. Yeah, go for tjava component now. Type tjava. Now put on subjob okay from here to there. Yes. Or else we can also do one thing. Remove, delete and put iterate directly on the Java component. Remove the delete component. Delete functionality is very easy, guys. Whatever the path you give, that will delete that. Yeah, put on component okay or on subjob okay, anything on tjava. Okay, move it to the left side a little bit. So when you clicked on t file list component, did you see iterate option? Remove the on subjob okay and search for iterate. Whether do you see it or not? On row, click on row, iterate is there, right? So choose iterate, delete the t subjob okay. I will show you the global variable values, how it displays. So iterate will happen on tjava because in tjava it is not mandatory to have input. The empty tjava also we can run. For example, run this job itself, run it directly. See, it will run. Why? Because The tjava component can be used as a beginning, very first component, or at very end component, or in the middle of the components. Anywhere you can use it. But tlogro, we should have input to it, otherwise it will not execute. So that too, only main link is important for tlogro. Whereas for tjava, we can use wherever we want, because the empty tjava component also can be executed. Now double click on the tjava component and write system.out.println. System.out.println. In quotes, file name is, put file name is in double quotes. And now what you need to do is come to second line. Yeah, your current file name is there right here from the outline. Drag and drop it here in tjava code. Global variable. Yeah, current file name. You can drag all of them. We will print all of them so that I will show you what those values gives. Drag one by one. Yes. So that end bracket and semicolon should come after this function, global variable function. Yeah. Okay. What is that after your double quotes? Okay, run it now once. No. I think bracket is no. Show me once one time. No, that bracket is not needed. No. After file name is, you will close. No. One bracket should be removed in first line. End bracket. 1 2 1 2. 1 2. Yes, remove that and run. Yes. So run it. So 7 different iterations, right? See what happens. Some bracket is missing, I think. Go to that component. System.out.println, open brackets. Not able to read it properly. See the problem. So see guys, whether just see whether the brackets are covered properly or not. Yeah, run it. If you think brackets are closed properly, just go ahead and run it. 1 second, left hand side an assignment must be a variable. Something is wrong. Close it. Okay. Now click on Java component. What you can do is one bracket system.println, one bracket file name is string, one bracket. Something is wrong here. Okay, 1 2 brackets, one additional. Okay, after remove that first line last bracket and put plus. First line last bracket, remove that and put plus. Go to code view once. Click on code. Click on that red mark. Red dot for the second one. Click on that. Okay, 1 second. Here I can read the code. 1 second. Now move the cursor. System.out.println file name is this one is closed. That one is closed. I think one more bracket should come at the end. Put one more bracket at the end before semicolon. Okay, one more bracket put at the end before semicolon. Type it. Are you able to type there? Semicolon bracket.
No, sir, it is not allowing. I'm not
Okay,
able
you
to
can.
type it.
Okay. It clearly says, see, before T file list we have one component. I mean one bracket that is closed, and before string bracket is closed, and one bracket should be added there at the end. So go to your Java and add one bracket in. Design. At the end, one bracket should come. So basically, if you see how many brackets open, those many brackets should be closed. Now go to code once. Not see any error, right? Because there is no error in the code. There is no error dot red dot. That's the reason. Okay. Now run the job, please. So maximize this one, please. 7 iterations happened, right? You can see why 7 iterations happened, because there are totally 7 files. You can see the file names. So this is the use of iterate, guys. So let's say tomorrow I will have thousands of files. I wanted to process all of them together. That time I can go for iterate. So one single T file list component with iterate link will process a number of files. So now 7 iterations happened because 7 files are there. If you place 10 files, 10 iterations will happen, and the second component will run for every iteration. That means so 10 files, 10 iterations. 10 times it will execute. Now the second component tjava row has executed 7 times. That's the reason you are seeing 7 different lines of code. Okay. Any doubt about iterate feature? Also, you can see current file extension, current file directory, current file, everything you can see, guys. Now you have printed